We're back and we're on the final push at this extension we've been building. Now the bricklayers are on site today. You can see their mixers set up there, and they are doing the superstructure around the back, and while they're doing that we are going to be focusing on all the finishing. So in here we have got the flooring, which Stephen's loading up just now, which we're going to start with, and the utility. I'll take you inside and I'll show you the plaster that's all dry. Now at this stage in the job is the most crucial stage, because all that hard work for weeks that you've put in doing the timber kit, the roof, the skylight, everything, the repairing of the floor, the slap throughs, the whole lot, it all comes down to this, because this is what's going to be seen for years to come. It's going to be tight miters, no gaps in the skirting, your doors, the flooring, it's all going to be the finished article. So even though all the hard work that we've done previously is going to help us and it's set us up in a good position, what we do now over the next 2 weeks is really going to finish off the job, because it's the first thing people are going to see when they come into the house. So you can see all the plaster's all dry and we're ready to go, so it's good to get that properly dry before you start putting units on. In here we're going to have a utility. We're going to start with the flooring. We're not going to take the flooring right under the utility, but we're just going to start with it because there's quite tight spaces. I'll show you. Where the boxing in is where the utility will finish, so trying to fit flooring in there would be a bit of a nightmare. So we're going to get all the flooring done as much as possible, and then we're going to move on to doing the utility and then the finishings, as in the skirting, facings, door frames and doors. So plenty coming up, plenty to get on with. Let's start with the flooring. I just done a whole segment explaining how I start this and how to join it all up, and the camera wasn't even recording. Basically what I've done is I pinged a chalk line, and I found the centre right through this whole opening in the room, and then I've started joining the boards up. Now it's important to get as much weight onto the floor as possible, and you can see these boards are quite big, so that's not going to take long at all. So I've started with this one. This is like kind of my centre one, and I'm keeping an eye on that with a line here. I've added to here because I had a join half on, so I've just put a board to keep them together, and then I've went round the back it, and then me and Stephen are currently putting in this one. I also just wanted to explain that I've put the soft face onto my hammer, and Stephen's also using a soft face hammer, and you can give it a wee chap and it saves any flooring getting damaged or cracking. So what you want to make sure is you're just, see like that, you want to be in tight like that, you can no gaps whatsoever right with this stuff, and then slide it into me, that's it, and then done, in, and I can just get a chap done. Because see if you're like half a mil out somewhere, like here, by the time you get all the way to the end, you'll have like big gaps and all the boards won't be clicking together. Right, just to keep that strong again, we'll just get another one in, that's it mate, in here. And then we can just add in all the cuts. That's you, done and dusted. Right, we'll take that plinth off. This one should fit right under. Sorted mate. So I'll go up and under. It's quite flexible this stuff, which is quite decent, and then you go down. Right, hold on. You just need to be really gentle tapping that. Right, so you got to bend that in, that's it. I'm gonna love you forever. I sleep like a baby. That's Shanna there, cut man. You tiny thing. I'm just a sexy boy. There's the centre bit done. This big centre bit complete. So we'll put all our packets in that, weigh it all down. We're going to work this way first, and then we're going to do this way after. And the reason why we're going this way first is so we can go into this utility area. Like a baby. Is any cut? I never show away. Metal group. I found this song last night. That's quite good.
Yeah, I've went and seen him 3 times or something.
Who is it?
Dave.
Dave? But you no need it to know. Just marry me for a while. Down at the beer and all the nights. Come on. So I know I said I would head towards the utility room first and heading in that direction, and you're probably thinking, Chris, you're actually doing underneath like the kitchen cabinets, which is not what you said. But it's actually Stephen that's going the other way. It's a bit easier. He's kind of fitting the boards forward and I'm kind of fitting them backwards, so I get landed with the hard bit of the job. So I just thought I'd take my time and kind of show you. When I was editing this video, I was thinking, oh, I'll speed it up, etc., or I'll cut bits out, etc. But I just thought I'd leave in everything that I'm actually doing. You know, these bits can be quite tricky and it might help out an apprentice or something. You just need to take your time and measure and rip the boards down. I actually had a bit of trouble getting the boards underneath the kick plates here. I had a bit of trouble getting them round the legs, and there was a dishwasher and stuff there. So if you're ever doing a job like this, just make sure you take your time and get it kind of spot on for the customer. This flooring that we're fitting, it's probably not the best product on the market. It's probably about mid-range, but I've enjoyed fitting it. The only thing I probably dislike about it is how big the boards are, and that's just from a fitting perspective. When it's down, it actually looks really nice, like the large planks look good, but it can be quite tricky trying to get them in at each end and also in the middle. So that's something to just kind of take in note if you are going to be installing a floor on your own by yourself. It can be, sometimes you need that extra wee hand. We had to like jump backwards and forwards, helping each other getting the boards in. But apart from that, it's been pretty good, this LVT. And one of the things I like about doing LVT click is there's no mess. Like, you don't need to have any glues out or etc. And it just goes straight down. It's basically a floating floor, just like old school kind of laminate. And apart from that, it's waterproof. It's quite a good product. I would recommend it. So you'll see here I'm using this bar. It's a roughneck bar, and basically like what that's doing is it's clamping onto the cut edge, and then I'm basically just hitting it with my hammer. It's quite self-explanatory, and it's really good for getting your boards nice and tight together in these tricky spots. Now this isn't an advert, this is just generally my advice. I think these bars are brilliant, and as well as that, see the bit at the bottom, you can use it as like a pry bar when you're getting it in. Kind of what I'm doing with my hammer, I should have used the edge of the bar, and that was I just popped the board in. So good for these types of situations that you get yourself into when you're fitting flooring. This is also the bar is actually really good for fitting tongue and groove flooring, you know, like the chipboards, caber flooring. It's really good for that if you're trying to get that last row in and you're tight up against a wall. You can just pop it in and smack it, and it pulls the boards nice and tight and make sure you get no gaps. So definitely pick one of them up. We do have a smaller one that we usually use as well, but the bigger one's always better if you can get a hold of one. So right, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the time lapse and enjoy the rest of the video without me chatting, and there's plenty more coming up. We're going to be moving on to the utility really shortly. Fixed it. Without failure, there's no prevail. You need to fail to learn.
Good at Mario.
Huh?
Good at Mario.
lucky. That was nothing but luck. So I would say that was a really successful day. We managed to get all the flooring down in this kitchen area and in the new dining area and in the new utility area. Still got the back two bedrooms to do now actually. We've got the new one that we built for the extension and we've also got where the stairs are. Stephen's going to crack on with that tomorrow and I'm going to fit this full utility out. It's really easy, 800, 800 and then a couple of end panels and a 600 space for a wash machine dryer stack. So hopefully I can get that done, and then also what I'm praying that I can get onto, if I can, is getting the door frames in. If I can get the door frames in and the utility, it means all we need to do on Friday is skirtings and facings, and what a great way to end the week. Brickies are making great progress as well. Let's quickly just turn you around. You can't even really see it, 2 seconds. So they're nearly up to the windows here and they managed to get the back wall. They started furthest away obviously and then working themselves forward. So they've managed to get that back wall with the party wall where the neighbour's garden is. They've managed to get that done as well. So a very productive day. They should be finished by the end of the week as well, fingers crossed. And then the rough casters can come back Monday and then all we're waiting for is Mr. Painter. So speak to you later. Right, it's time to fit the utility. But first, let's get the Antonox down. Antonox is great stuff by the way. It's like a couple £1 a sheet and it will save you fortunes in times, because if you're working, if you've got tools and stuff like that still about on the job, like you're going to protect the floor, if you've got trades coming in, electricians, etc. to do the last wee bits and bobs, you get that stuff down, your floor's protected. Time to load in all the stuff. Right, so I get cracked on with fitting this wee utility. It actually only took me half a day, but the observing ones of you will notice that I am wearing the head cam. So there's a full other video of me fitting this from start to finish, quite in depth. I go in to explain everything that I do and the reasons why I do it. I think it actually turned out really nice and I really like the oak shaker effect. Again, it was such a simple little utility, 2 800 units, and then we've got the washing machine and dryer stack with the bridging unit up above. While I was doing that, the brickies were back on site and they got cracked on with the rest of the superstructure. Right, so here's the finished shots of that utility, and remember, if you want to go check out the next video where we do the full thing POV style, go check it out. See you in the next video.